Hello and welcome to my new video. So as you can see, I'm slightly sitting at a different angle, and this is only because I am filming a different type of video. This video is going to be me just looking through my photography books that I did when I was in year 12 and in year 13, and yeah, just going to have a little bit of a throwback session just to see how it went. So if we start with Unit 1, it looks quite simple, and the theme of it was I, Me and Mine, so obviously the whole book was about me. Now, if you guys know me, you know that anything that's about me, I love. Like, I'm not saying that in a cocky way, because I know I'm not the best looking, I know I'm not the best at anything, but the fact that I put effort in, the fact that I try, makes me feel like I'm the best. So obviously at the beginning of the book, everyone has to put in a picture of themselves, and I had to pick the worst picture of myself. On the first page we did a little trip to the Saatchi Gallery. Now, I've been to the Saatchi Gallery probably about 5 times with the school, so there had to be a page there. Got a little group selfie here, I'm here. Can't really see this very well, but there's only like 8 of us in that picture, and we had about 14 people in our class. When you use film cameras, you develop the images that you take. So I took a load of black and white images, as you can see here, and we went to a little school trip to like the little playground around the corner. So yeah, I just stuck that right in the middle and just wrote around how to do the darkroom. It is very, very simple, and at the time I knew what I was doing. But if you were to ask me to look through and try and develop my film now, I'd just say, develop? What does that mean? So I've moved on to my mind map. Now this is a bit babyish. I could have at least typed up the text, but like I just said, I had to restart my whole Unit 1 book. It wasn't by choice, it was basically my teacher saying to me, look Brandon, I know you can do a lot better than that. So that's why I restarted my whole book. So my mind map was on memory, body, sense of place, significant objects, what are these ones? Family, friends and social groups, fears, dreams and nightmares, and portraiture and self-portraits. Here are my inspired artists. Each of the themes is not really the most interesting thing I've done in my life, but I did it because it's different. The reason I picked the subject is because it hasn't been done before, and there was no option of me doing it as a GCSE, so I just thought it would be quite interesting just to pick it, just to see what happens. And I got a C, so that's decent. So yeah, these are just all the themes with the inspired artists. Again, like I said, I did redo these pages. Originally it was just written with random pictures, but it looks a lot better like this now. Again, I've done another black and white page from developing pictures in the dark room. So this is a picture of one of my friends. Don't think you can see it very clearly, but she's here, just looking up to the sky. I just thought it's a good picture, and that was just the side of a roundabout. We also went to Cambridge, and that was probably the second best trip, because we also went to Paris, and that's in one of my other books. So yeah, I got about 5 pages worth of contact sheets for Cambridge, and our teacher did originally say don't overlap pictures, but he was happy with the fact that I overlapped it in such a way that it still looked presentable. We actually went to the market in Cambridge, so again I took a couple hundred more pictures, and yeah, these were the original pictures that I took, and then for a little experiment I just decided to brighten each of the images. So it is quite creative, this subject, the fact that you are told to follow certain themes, follow certain rules, be inspired by particular artists, but really the pictures that you take and the way in which you personally analyse each of the themes and specifically make pictures is almost up to you. Now here is where we begin to be a bit more independent and a bit more creative, the fact that we could go out and take our own pictures. Now when I took pictures for some of these themes, I didn't actually plan a photo shoot, so I had to just find pictures that I'd previously taken that could somehow fit in, and I could just make up a story and say, oh no, this picture of a traffic light is definitely memory and body. You remember a certain party you went to and you got stuck at the traffic lights, and yeah, this is memory and body. Look, I've got some notes. I've written memories in a little squiggly box, so that's definitely memory and body. And then this is just some bloke walking past the shop, but I don't know why I got that in there. And again, look, we've got contact sheets, so at least you know how many pictures I took for each of the themes. So I wrote a lot of text, I typed up a lot of stuff, and as you can see there's a lot of tie-ins, which meant I missed out a lot of stuff, which I had to retype. That was one of the main things with the books, the fact that if you have screenshots, artist inspirations, and you're using all this complicated language, you were likely to get more marks. This was a good photo shoot, the one that I did of self-portraits in portraiture. So for some of these images, like the picture of Hannah and Annie at the bottom, they're almost like mug shots. So you've gone really, really close up to their face, and you've taken the image to see a different perspective of someone's face. And I was inspired by some unknown photographers from Tumblr. So obviously they've done some mug shots, so I thought that if I just do some, I've got inspiration from somewhere. So just coming up towards near the end of the book, we went to a visit to the Tower of London. So I went with my friend Hayley, who's a close family friend, and yeah, so we basically went to the Tower of London and got loads of pictures when all the flowers were there. I did some with like, even this is a picture of a metal gate, and not necessarily the best picture I've taken, but the fact that I tried to take the picture at a different perspective just shows that I can think in a different angles rather than just getting a picture straight on. A bit of experimentation, changing the colours, just seeing how the image looks with different effects on it. We also went to Tate Modern Gallery, and we also got some inspiration from some of the artwork there. As you can see, most of these images are shapes. They're like rectangles or squares. These ones are more patterny, more flowers. So when I further went on into the book, you can see that I've used a lot more squares, and you can see that I've used a lot more flowers and potentially patterns. I had to do a page on Photoshop, so just to see how much I knew about Photoshop and whether or not I needed to teach myself some more stuff. So I've got some of the main tools that I've used here, such as the text, the magic eraser, the paintbrush tool, and I've also done a few step-to-steps. I did have a lot more steps, but because my teacher told me that I did a few too many steps, he basically just told me to take most of it out, otherwise I could potentially lose marks. We then did a studio exhibition. Now, when I say studio, it wasn't professional. It was where we just set up the lights and the cameras in our classroom, and we took some pictures of people. So we had to experiment with the lighting, the different settings on the camera, and I did get some good pictures, believe it or not. But here were some of my inspirations: Bethan Jones and Mark Edwards. So as you can see, I've got a few images here, like of Emily and Serena, that are just black backgrounds with people, and obviously some near the bottom you can see there's slight gradients. And you also move on to stuff we did in the dark room. So we've just literally got pictures and actual items of leaves and trees and sticks, put them under a machine, scanned it, and you put your piece of paper, your photographic paper that cannot be opened in light. So you have to do it in pitch black. You have to put it in a tray, shake all the chemicals around, and you get these wonderful pieces of art. So here I've got my inspiration and my intention. So my inspiration is Rebecca Gallagher, and my intention is to take pictures like her and expand them to make them look different. So this is the artist Rebecca Gallagher. So she takes pictures of people headless. So she's got the middle section of them where they're holding a significant object, and then obviously their lower half. So no feet, no legs, no head, just the rest of them, because you don't want to show off who the person is. You're more focused on what is significant to them as a person. I've decided to crop out the legs completely and just do the middle part. I slightly did an experimentation with Ellie and Michaela, and then I've tinted it, and I've done print screens, and it seemed to look okay. And then here again, I've just done some experimentations with Michaela. So I've got a purpley tint, a yellow tint, a red and an orange tint, and then obviously this is the one I just showed you from here. So when we come to the second photo shoot, again I was inspired by an artist who does portraits, and again it was quite interesting just to see how different the shapes look. So they had shapes of like Wi-Fi connection, the logo on someone's face. They had pitch black backgrounds similar to the artist I had before, and I tried to do the same thing with my models before doing experimentations on them and completely blacking out half of the face and standing out this side of the face. And I don't know, I just gave it a bit of a different feel. I didn't want the image to just be normal. Now, obviously nothing is normal with photography, because the amount of weird artists you can see and the amount of weird art you find yourself coming across that actually inspires you to produce this weird stuff. I came across an artist, and here my art inspiration, Alexander Koklov, and what he did is he's almost just got rid of half of someone's face to make them look quite scary. And I thought I would try it. I didn't expand the idea, which is probably what I should have done, but the fact that I blocked out the face, it just looks quite appealing. Okay, so I decided to obviously do some more experimentation, not with that artist in particular, but just the fact that I decided to just do more weird stuff. So I made a little booklet and I used the model Michaela. So Michaela was a very, very good model for my photography project. I also do have an Instagram photography page, which is Brandon Photos 2016, because I made the account in 2016. Now I think I put like 3,000 pictures up. Most of them are of pictures when I've gone to unis, and some of them obviously my photography work. So hopefully you can go and have a look at that. And I should be posting on that a lot soon. I should be posting a lot more pictures on that account soon. It's just the fact that I've been concentrating more on videos, concentrating more on getting a job, and yeah, I just thought it wasn't that important. Here's my inspired artist. So what this artist does is they clearly use flags and countries as inspiration. Now you can see that this is probably China or Japan, using red and white colours, and the model that they use usually represents the country. So again, I've introduced a new model here, so Hannah, she's obviously in my photo shoots now. I obviously had to show that I was doing screenshots, so my process of how I got from this picture to the end result, wherever it is, I don't even know. And I've also got another little booklet. I wasn't recommended to do this little booklet, but I think it actually helped me. I've also enlarged some of the images just so you can see it more clearly. I feel like this is a very elongated video, the fact that it's not just simply taking pictures and just hoping it fits with the theme. Firstly, you have to ensure that the theme you pick is something you're interested in. Now, the only reason I picked portraits is because I knew I had a lot of chance of taking pictures of people in my class. Compared to something like Sense of Place, where I'm not likely to travel, it's likely to just be very, very boring, not using people, just landscapes, and I don't really have many significant objects. Friends, families, social groups, how can you explore that theme further? So out of all 6 of the themes, when I analysed them deeply, I just thought portraits is the easiest that you can evolve the most. So again here, so I've got some more inspirations. So Andrew de Freitas and John Duenas, both sound quite Frenchy or quite Spanish, but they took pictures of people, and they took pictures of like snow or glitter or something like that, and they doubly exposed the picture together. Very, very, very dark and very, very small, but as you can see, I've completely made her black, and I've put the flower on and I've changed it to hard opacity to sort of blend the second image into the face. So for my photo shoot 5, I decided to go all out, and the fact that throughout my whole book I use other people, I thought, look, why should I not use myself? I got inspiration from somebody that had that exact same idea. If we have a look, I think those 2 pages are stuck together, yeah. So as you can see, with my first image, you can see there's 3 of me sitting on the sofa. I did make the rookie mistake and I accidentally chopped off my foot, but nobody needs to know that. I used the clone stamp tool. Don't know what for, but I clearly used it because I put a print screen, or that might have just been a random print screen, I don't know. But here I've also got some annotations around the pictures. That was quite a key part of my book, the fact that when I started my 2nd book, my 3rd book, my 4th book, I decided to do some annotations around my pictures. It's quite helpful because as you write the text up, there's always that one sentence or one phrase that you forget to write, and it's lucky and it's handy that I left some space, the fact that I was able to just write some cheeky notes around the pictures. And Rebecca Goldottir or something, she had the same sort of idea. Can't really pronounce her name, I'm just going to call her Rebecca, but she had the same sort of idea as the other guy, the fact that doing multiple pictures of yourself, getting them in an image, making them look good, you can actually get some good artwork even if you just take pictures of yourself. I think my best one, my favourite one, is probably this one at the bottom, Put Up to Gunpoint by Security. That's a very, very good picture, and I'm very, very proud of that. Photo shoot 6 was where I started to cut myself out of images and physically put myself into scenes of Playmobil, cartoon characters, using little kids' toys that I had, just shrinking myself to fit into the scene. This one, so I was sitting on a little toy train. This one where we were all holding a string. Right at the end of the book, we had to do an evaluation and a conclusion. Now for the evaluation, you're basically just evaluating the whole book and just saying why you picked that particular theme out of the 6, how you felt the ideas were portrayed, do you think you followed the theme properly, did you look into the particular artist that you wanted to, was there anything else you missed out? And then the actual conclusion is just you analysing every single one of your photo shoots, how you were able to copy from the style of the artist, and whether or not you felt like you developed your idea. Now that was quite a mouthful of information, and I've still got 3 books that I might actually record and put up on YouTube. But if you guys want to leave me a comment in the comments section and let me know whether or not you'd be interested in me looking through my other books. I haven't filmed them yet, I have no intention of filming them, but if you're interested, then let me know. You've got the basic idea, but it's just now me putting into practice the skills that I've learned through my 2 years of doing photography, 4 years of doing media, and through my so many years of my school life, just to build up all these photography skills and these digital media skills and putting them actually into practice. Thank you very much. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and to watch any of the people's videos that I share on Twitter. Welcome to Realisville, Ryan Dawson, Nathan Moore, Maddie Flaherty. I could go on all day, but please, please, please don't forget to subscribe. I'm aiming for 100 subscribers by the end of the year, and if you want more content, get me some more subs. See you later, have a good day, goodbye.